Tonight we're checking in on drought conditions across the Carolinas.
Meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees joins us now. So Brittany, you say things are pretty stable this week?
Yeah, North Carolina didn't see much of a change really at all, despite the fact that we have had some recent rainfall over the last week, including last Thursday, which is the first day essentially that this drought condition is going to be counting. There's pretty good improvement in parts here of the upstate of South Carolina. You can see down toward Columbia, areas of yellow indicating essentially back to drier than normal conditions, which is a precursor to the drought. So you can no longer technically say that both states are under drought conditions. Now, we've talked so much about the drought, and I actually said this during my mobile shore last week that I did on the day the drought monitor came out. I know it seems like we've been talking about it so much, and truthfully, your local meteorologists are probably a little sick of talking about it, but it is going to be a big factor for us because not only are we going to continue to see this drought get worse if recent rainfall does, or I guess near-term rainfall doesn't come, that is, but also getting into severe weather season, when we start to see a lot of changes, a lot of cold fronts roll through, that can increase our fire danger risk. So wanted to look at how much rain we would need to cure the current drought. Temperatures, of course, have been really warm lately, which might make this a little bit worse, especially if we don't get rain. But Charlotte would need about 10 inches over the next month to get out of the drought. Morganton, Boone, and Statesville are a little bit better, about 6 to 8 inches. But notice the 3-month period is around 16 for Charlotte, Morganton, and about 13 and 14 respectively for Statesville and Boone. So it's not necessarily out of the question. We could certainly see this much rain, but you would need a few good soaker days where we get that 3/4 of an inch to an inch. And at least in the near term, I don't see a big soaker coming anytime soon. But looking at Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich's 7-day forecast, it does look like we're getting a little bit maybe heading into the weekend. So Nick, Jane, more drought probably information to come for the next few weeks.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, yeah, everything helps, but yeah, we're far off.
I guess
By a lot.
I'm rooting for the
16 inches in 3 months. That's a lot.
Good.
Yeah.